There are many functional areas and services in the library. You'll see the service desk after entering the library, and you can have these services at the service desk. There are computers on each floor, by which you can gain access to the internet and check emails and library catalogs. Follow the orange signs and you will find printers. Then follow the instructions to use them. Remember to bring student cards. You have to use printers with your card. If necessary, you can ask the staff at the front desk to help you. In our survey, over 100 CEOs who had recently been through an acquisition or merger were asked which areas of their activities needed the most effort. As you can see, the most frequent response to this question was that information technology requires the most integration effort. According to 58% of those we surveyed, IT was the most time-consuming and needed the most work. This is understandable as many of the IT issues are extremely complex, and the consequences of any change in IT can have a significant impact. The key is how quickly and effectively IT integration can be achieved, and there has to be a clear understanding of the consequences there may be of not getting it right. The two other areas requiring significant attention, sales, marketing, and business development on the one hand, and financial management on the other, both were selected by 49% of the respondents. People forget things every day, including experiences, feelings, and thoughts. We call this process biological forgetting. Remembering is hard for people, and people try to overcome biological forgetting. Human memory is not fixed, but it can be reconstructed and shaped by the past. Since our ancestors, we have always been trying to improve our memory. Mars is the fourth planet from the Sun and the second smallest planet in the solar system after Mercury, named after the Roman god of the war. It is often referred to as a red planet because the iron oxide prevalent on its surface gives it a reddish appearance. Mars is a terrestrial planet with a thin atmosphere, having surface features reminiscent of both the impact crater of the Moon and the volcanoes, valleys, deserts, and polar ice caps of the Earth. The rotational period and the season cycles of Mars are likewise similar to those of Earth, as it was the tilt that produced the seasons. Mars is the site of the Olympus Mons, the largest volcano and the second largest known mountain in the solar system, and the Valles Marineris, one of the largest canyons in the solar system. Until the first successful Mars flyby in 1965 by Mariner 4, many speculated about the presence of the liquid water on the planet's surface. This was based on observed periodic variation in the light and the dark patches, particularly in the polar latitude, which appeared to be seas and continents. Geological evidence gathered by the unmanned mission suggested that Mars once had a large scale of water coverage on the surface at some earlier stages of existence. Soot, which comes from combustion of many different things, is black, so it's a strong absorber. In fact, it's second only to CO2 in terms of warming, so it's actually ahead of methane, which you hear a lot about. The interesting thing about soot and aerosols' impact on climate is that their lifetimes are so much shorter. So if we can reduce the soot, we can make changes within months versus tens of years. It's not to say we should ignore the CO2 and the greenhouse gases, but it could buy us some time while we actually do the right strategies to reduce the greenhouse gases.
If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more PTE-related content. Don't forget to leave a comment below letting me know what you think, or if you have any questions. Thanks for watching. I will meet you soon, our next video.